Hi guys, this is Mr. Assassin here today to do for you Hunter x Hunter chapter 346, and it's been weeks since we had a chapter of Hunter x Hunter because Togashi was on hiatus again, so that sucks. But anyway, chapter 346, um, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting to the Dark Continent, but there are still some matters to be discussed apparently before we get to the Dark Continent. So in this chapter, um, there's not that much information. Much of the information is repeated again, and we see the most interesting point in the chapter would be the powers, not actually the powers, but the assignments of each of the 10 zodiacs. So I'm getting there, but first let me take it step by step. So first, Kurapika and Leorio get to the hunter organization, to the building. They get the zodiac membership, if you want to call it like that. So I think Leorio is the rat and Kurapika is the board. I think, I'm not sure, but that's not important. They get a seat at the table of the zodiacs, and they start talking about the Dark Continent, about the trip there, and the dangers that they're gonna meet. They rank the Chimera and King as a B level of threat, and they go. Chandler says that they are going to meet B plus creatures, so stronger than the Chimera and King. So how that's going to turn out, we have to see. I can't wait for it. I really want to see what kind of creatures, what kind of powers the Dark Continent creatures have. But until then, Kurapika actually has a very good deductive power, and he deduces that this plan, the plan that Beyond had, the plan that Beyond still has, was orchestrated over 50 years. And if that's the case, then the Hunter organization would have been infiltrated by multiple uh, people that are loyal to Beyond. So, in a nutshell, they will have traitors among them. Of course, Cow takes Kurapika out of the meeting, and Cow tells Kurapika that, well, yeah, me and Chandler, we both think that we have traitors among us. We don't know how many, and we also think that traitors within the zodiac ranks themselves, and that's why we don't want to speak about it. We don't want to raise the attention of the traitor, and we want to lure him out, him or she. But my own opinion is that Cow himself is a traitor. I can see it right now. Cow will later find out that he's a crime fighter for the intelligence division, and I don't think that profile fits Cow. I think it's going to be a flip around where they get to the Dark Continent and they see that cow powers are totally different than what they believe. Uh, Kind of like Aizen in Bleach, when everybody believed that Aizen's Shikai was a water-based Shikai, and instead his Shikai was a hypnosis Shikai. Kind of like that situation when they get to the Dark Continent and Cow turns out to be a whole different person with hold different abilities, but that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, the fact remains that they have a traitor among one or more among the zodiac 12. Now, apparently Netero and beyond Netero have great genes, a great gene pool. They have been living for hundreds and hundreds of years. Apparently, 50 years ago, when the chairman Netero forbid beyond Netero to go to the Dark Continent, the zodiacs weren't even formed. The first zodiac, Botosai, I think, the strongest one of them, not the strongest one of them, but oldest one of them, was still a child in that time. So you gotta realize this guy Botosai is Botobai is an old dude right now. Brianna Netero still has his dark hair. He's still young, and he's a lot older than this guy. Like Brianna Netero was going to the Dark Continent when this guy was a child. So yeah, great genes. They live a lot of years, or it has something to do with Nen. We will see. After this little discussion between Kurapika and the Zodiacs and between Kao and the Zodiacs, we get a presentation. We get a presentation of each Zodiac and what they hunt for, like ancient scrolls hunter, ancient plant hunter. Anyway, let me see. A trouble hunter, even trouble hunter, whatever the hell that means. Trouble hunting, you're hunting for trouble, right? But anyway, we get a full list of what they hunt and what division are they part of. And I'm going to put the list up on the screen. It's a list I personally made. Hopefully it will look okay so you can read it. Of course, I didn't put any instructions for Kurapika and Oreo because we don't know Kurapika and Oreo. We know the powers of Kurapika, we don't know the exact powers of Oreo, but we will see them. And read the list, see what type of powers they have. And once again, a thing that I forgot is that it seems that the 12 zodiacs with Netero on board, they will be heading for the tall grass plains where Hellbell the snake lives. Again, that's only my opinion because they have done research on Hellbell. They have 7 pages of research according to Chandler. So why would you do research on something if you're not going to engage it? But apparently they're going on that shore where Hellbell lives. So we're not going to get to see Brian or Zombie or Papu just yet. We're going to see Hellbell, and that was predictable because in manga you start with the less powerful villains and you build up to the greater villains, and Hellbell didn't have that much hype on him. We know that he's a calamity, but not that much hype as Brian or Zombie had. So they starting up slow. They are still building the hype on the Dark Continent. Togashi is still building the hype, but we will see where that leads them. So I'm fairly confident that they will go to the shore, the Dark Continent shore that has Hellbell on it. Now, then we jump a month later after the Hunter exam, and Kurapika apparently was the decisive factor in the Hunter exam. He was the final test. We don't know exactly what test, but he presided over the final test. And apparently, according to Pariston, all of their informants, all of the hunters that were in the hunter exam failed because of corruption. None of them entered the organization. So there is a little argument between Gene, Pariston, and this new guy that just came in. I can't remember his name. I don't know why. Just a moment. Yeah, apparently this guy's name is Mueller. That's his name. So he and Gene know each other. Now Mueller, this guy, doesn't want Jing as number 2, and Jing tells them that in a nutshell, he's here to help Bianetero and to limit Pariston's movement, to limit his freedom, actually. So Jing, it's the total opposite of the Hunter organization. The Hunter organization wants to hold Bian in custody. Jing actually wants to free Bianetero, and keep Pariston in his place, because according to Jing, Pariston is on a destruction spree. Once he gets to the Dark Continent, this guy is just going to go berserk. So he's here to limit Pariston. And this guy Mueller, he actually says, well, I cannot agree, I cannot accept that. So one of you has to leave. Either Gene has to leave or Pariston has to leave. Take one of the options, option number 1 or option number 2. And then Jing says, well, I go with option number 3. And Pariston says, well, allow me to present you option number 4. And of course, option number 3 is that Mueller and his guys leave. That's Jing's option. And option number 4, Pariston's option, is Mueller and all his guys die. And that's basically the end of the chapter. There were some other hints here or there, like when Jing was playing with his aura, Jing could make little animal forms, and not animal forms, but a lot of forms with his aura around his hand, like if this was his hand. He can move his aura around his fingers up and down, left and right, and he can make animal shapes. So that hints to a very strong aura control, and nobody there is able to do it, not even the best of them. He also gets into a debate about some words with the science guy, and he beats him. So apparently he knows more about linguistics than any other guy. So you can see the worth of Jing in these two. They actually need him to help them. So that's a demonstration of power from Jing's side, of power and knowledge. So yeah, that's basically everything. It's a pretty simple chapter if you think about it. It doesn't have any change of situation, any change of scenery. It's the same scenery we saw in the last 5 chapters, the same talks we saw in the last 5 chapters. The only thing that is of greater importance is that now that Blapika has joined the Hunter organization, it seems that they have gained a very powerful member, and we also get to see the position of the 10 zodiacs. So with that being said, I can't wait for the chapter next week of Hunter x Hunter. I actually want to see what happened. But until then, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye bye.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.